We're talking about what's happening in the 731 on the Hub City Now with your host, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr.
Hello and welcome to Hub City Now. I'm your host, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. And today we have with us Juanita Jones with Keep My Hood Good. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for this moment.
All right. Before we get into Keep My Hood Good, I think we need to go back and start with your life story, because it's amazing the facts that I just found out moments ago. You're not originally from Jackson. Where are you originally from?
No, my home of record is McKenzie.
Okay.
I grew up, I was born in Texas. My daddy's retired Army.
Okay.
But my parents both are from McKenzie, so I grew up in McKenzie. I grew up on a farm, so I'm really country. I love critters. I've actually favorite critters, the dogs, the cows, the horses, and chickens. Mm-hmm. And so I grew up in McKenzie. I was really a loner. Okay. I really just favored the low-income families, okay, low-income children. And that's who I really hung out with. Mm-hmm. And as I was growing up, my parents saw that I had a lot of tomboyish tendencies. Mm-hmm. And so they put me in dance lessons, baton twirling, gymnastics, tap, ballet. Mm-hmm. And I went to college, UT Martin, on a band scholarship for twirling batons. Okay. And after leaving McKenzie, I then went to, leaving college, I then went to the Marine Corps. Okay. But while I was in college, I was a police officer. Police officer and dispatcher. Okay.
So you were actually out there on the beat? What?
Yeah. I worked weekends. I worked weekends as a police officer and dispatcher.
Wow. How was that? What was that like?
It was interesting. McKenzie is not very big, so there wasn't much activities going on, okay, but it was interesting.
You knew everybody?
Yeah, and their dog. Right. Yeah.
So after college, you said you joined the Marines?
Yeah, I went into the Marine Corps. Wow. My daddy is retired Army, as I said, mm-hmm, and on both sides of my parents have been married. This year will be 51 years.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's really nice.
They, on both sides of their family, has been the Army and a few Air Force, but I'm the only Marine.
Okay.
On
wow.
both sides, yeah.
Yeah, I went into the Corps.
That's right. And I went into the Corps, and my parents did not approve of it at all, but they learned to accept that I am the few and the proud.
Right. How was that for you? What was that like? What was that?
The Marine Corps? Mm-hmm. The Marine Corps is where I actually grew up. Okay. Yeah, I before I went into the Corps, I was really shy. Mm-hmm. I was a big crybaby, mm-hmm, and I wanted to be a people pleaser. I wanted everybody to just like me. Right. And then the Corps taught me another side of me, and that is independence. Mm-hmm. It is of whatever I want to be, I can do it. Right. I can be it.
Right. So from the Marine Corps, where did you end up?
When I got out of the Corps, I moved back to my home of record, which is McKenzie, and that's when I became a firefighter. Yeah.
So you've been a police officer and dispatcher, a Marine, and then you became a firefighter.
That's right.
How long were you a firefighter?
For 2 years.
Wow.
Before I moved to Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that like?
That was interesting.
You ever go into burning homes?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was one moment I remember. It was a 2-story house on fire, mm-hmm, and I was the smallest one that could go up to the top floor in the attic and walk through it. And then when I was walking through it, I had to test the beams, mm-hmm, and I would test it. I would walk and test, and then all of a sudden I tested it, and it fell. Oh. I dropped 2 stories. Wow. But it happened to be 2 firefighters on that bottom floor, on that first floor. I fell on top of them, and that saved me.
Wow. Yeah. They're going to make a movie about you. Wow, that's... Wow.
Yeah, but I love that too. I had my great auntie She was my favorite auntie in Mackenzie, and she had on her dying bed had said that she wished that she could have done this. She wished she could have done that. And at that age, I think I was about 16, I said, I'm not going to ever wait till I'm on my deathbed to wish that I could do something.
Right.
So everything that I have wanted to do, Tyrone, I have done it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's
Except
awesome.
for 2 things, but I ain't going to tell you those 2. Working on that.
Oh, okay. But that's awesome. That's amazing. So from being a firefighter, where did you go from there?
I came from while I was a firefighter, I was also employed at a staffing service in Mackenzie. So I transferred to Jackson, and I worked that staffing service for 6 years. And actually, I opened up 5 offices while I was in that staffing service. And then I stayed there for 6 years. I then went into I become a supervisor at a food warehouse. I did that for 4 years, and I found myself to be very, very bored. I don't like to just stay in an office space for very long.
Right.
I become really bored. So I then thought of opening up a transportation service, because I saw that single parents and married couples were having problems getting their child from home to school,
Right.
and then the parent would be working, and then the child had an extracurricular activity,
Right.
and so I saw that it was really difficult. So then I put out some flyers. I created a flyer of transportation. I called it J&J Transportation, JAY and JAI. Really stood for Juanita Jones.
Right.
I wanted the public to think it was a husband and wife.
Right. That's awesome.
Transporting children. So I had went out into the columns and I put flyers all over the cars, and I actually got calls.
That's awesome.
And I had serviced the majority of the black daycares. I had a state contract with Department of Children's Services, and I did a lot of private pays. And I did that, and that's really how I come upon Keep My Hood Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, there is so much here. That this is Black History Month, and hey, if you're looking for a role model, Juanita Jones is it. This is empowering for not just young women and but for men too. I mean, I'm impressed, and I'm wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to talk more with Juanita Jones about Keep My Hood Good and how you can help. We'll be right back.
This is a man. People don't know what to expect, but we never let the critics' perception shadow our vision of men's fashions. We live and breathe what we do. We understand the trends, the fit, your tailoring needs. For over 20 years, we have raised the bar. We are Styles, the future of fashion. A man's style evokes something bigger than just the clothes he wears. It's a statement that this man is in control. It's your introduction before the handshake. Our quest is to bring men's fashion back to its roots. 1141 Van Drive in the Columns. Let us reintroduce you to the suits and accessories of brands you trust, complemented by knowledgeable staff and fine tailoring. Everything a man needs. We are Styles Menswear, the future of fashion. Call 668-6900.
You depend on your tires. Let R&R Tire Express keep you on the road and safe with a complete set of new tires from the brands you trust, starting as low as $16 per week with our pay-as-you-go program. Choose easy payment options, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, and at R&R, complete installation with lifetime rotating balance, flat repair, and 12 months 24-hour roadside assistance is absolutely free. Only at R&R Tire Express.
Hello and welcome back to Hub City Now. I'm your host, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr., and we're here again with Juanita Jones, who is the Executive Director of Keep My Hood Good. What is Keep My Hood Good, and how did it start?
Keep My Hood Good is an after-school mentoring program designed for at-risk youth.
Okay.
And as I had mentioned earlier, I owned a transportation service.
Mm-hmm.
And majority of the children that I transported were on the east side of Jackson.
Okay.
And it was, when I first started J&J, I would go into Parkway East.
Mm-hmm.
And I would go in there to pick up children, but as I was coming out of Parkway East, I had gang members standing at the edge of the road, would not let me out.
What?
Yes, it would be 5 to 7 gang members standing at the edge of the road, would not let me out. So I would turn off the bus, make sure it's secured, and I would sing to the children. Me and my monitor would sing to the children. And that would happen maybe 3 times a week.
Was there a reason? Did they ever tell you why?
I'm going to tell you about that.
Okay.
I'm going to get to it.
Okay.
I'm going to land the plane in just a minute, okay? and that happened for about 4 months.
Mm.
And one day, one of the gang members came up to me, and I rolled down the window just a little bit, and he says, "Who are you? We've been trying to scare you out of here for a minute."
Wow.
And I said, "Well, I'm not the police. I'm not a threat to you. I just want the children that you don't have." And I said, and I looked at it, I only have 2 options. Either you're going to kill me, or I'm going to have to kill you.
Wow.
And then after that, I was allowed to go into Lincoln Courts, Parkway East, any time of the day or night. And then everybody just knew me as Miss Juanita, and
Right.
she was out to help the children.
Right. Boy, I mean, after you put it that plain, hey, you gonna kill me or I'm gonna kill you. It was only 2 options.
Yeah.
Wow. So it started in 2009, and it started with playing kickball in Lincoln Courts and Parkway East. Is that correct?
That's right.
And you were serving 26 students then.
Yeah.
How many are you serving now?
I'm serving right now on a daily basis about 26.
Okay.
Yeah, between 15 and 26.
Okay.
Well, if I can go back to
Go ahead.
about
Go ahead.
2009.
Okay.
Actually, in 2000, I started my transportation in 2006.
Okay.
And then God put it on my heart in 2007 to help his children.
Okay.
Because I had met a great-grandmother, a 40-year-old great-grandmother that lived in
Wow.
Parkway East.
A 40-year-old
40-year-old
great-grandmother.
Her grandmama lives in Parkway East. Her mama lives there. She lives there. She had 1 grown child that lived in Lincoln Courts. And then as I would transport the children from daycares to back home, the children say, "That's my car. That's my house." I thought, wow, they have visions. They have dreams, but they don't know how to capture that vision.
Right.
Especially after talking to that great-grandmother.
Right.
And so God had put it on my heart to help his children, and I fought it for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you ever experienced fighting God's will.
Yeah.
Nothing goes right.
Right.
So in 2009, I found myself at the corner of Lincoln Circle and Lincoln Street with a kickball contest. I had about 60 children, ages 1 through 16. It was me and a mom that lived in Lincoln Courts. We were the only 2 adults there.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had to regroup. I later regrouped and condensed the age down to 8 through 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I will meet with them in Lincoln Courts and Parkway East on Wednesdays and Saturdays, all year round. Mm-hmm. And we would just sing songs. It would be Marine Corps songs, but I put Keep My Hood Good in it.
Right.
And I saw that in 2011 that black boys, because at that time in Lincoln Courts and Parkway East I did both boys and girls.
Right.
But in 2011 I kept hearing on in radios and in the TV how black boys were getting killed or going to jail.
Right.
So I moved over to Washington Douglas East Point. And at that time my hook was basketball. That's how I got him in, was
Right.
basketball. And I was standing in a circle my first time meeting the boys in Washington Douglas basketball court. And I had 2 boys, 2 14-year-old boys. One come up to me, ran and punched me in my arm. One ran up and punched me in my back, and they took off running. I thought, wow, that's a challenge. So I took off running. And I chased one. I secured him.
Wow.
I got the other one. I went back to the circle. The other one kept just bouncing around, wouldn't let me get him. He came from the back side of me, and I could hear him breathing. And I knew he was within arm's length, and I took him and I secured him. I made him tell me he loves me, and he was sorry.
You're a superhero. You're violent. You're the violent woman. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And to this day, those two have graduated high school. They graduated last year. And one of them is working a good job here in Jackson, and the other one is in Nashville in school.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Changing lives. And wow. So how does this make you feel? How has this made you feel doing the work that you were called to do?
Satisfied. I am just grateful that my God chose me to do it. And just to help, his children. And because they didn't ask to be here.
Right.
They didn't ask to live in the neighborhood they live in. They don't ask to have that parent, but they are here.
Right.
And it is our responsibility to help the children.
Right. What services, sorry about that, what services does Keep My Hood Good offer?
We have the career development. We have connecting to nature, which we have a community garden over in Washington Douglas.
Okay.
We have leadership development, social and emotional, crime prevention, health and wellness, and the About Me.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. I teach them things from sewing buttons to ironing clothes to the yes sir, no ma'am, to the personal grooming, to driver's permit, getting that on the first try. Then I teach them how to drive, to filling out applications, job applications, to extensive mock job interviews.
Wow.
Yeah. Then at the end, when they graduate high school, they would have figured out what they wanted to be, which I only give them the 3 options: the college, trade school, or job corps. The second one is the military, and the third one is a good paying job where they're self-sufficient.
Wow. That's amazing.
Thank you.
And that's what they need. That's what they need. Did you ever have any other resistance from the gang, for any gang members after that first thing? That was 4 months. Did you ever think about calling the police? Or?
Nope. It wasn't an option. Yeah. I mean, it happened just so suddenly, how it came up there. But it was not an option. And I was there not to hurt and not to bring with me, chaos and any opposition. I come there in peace. Right. And I felt that if I did call the police,
it would have been bad.
Right. And I would never be allowed in the neighborhoods.
Right. All right. Hey, if you all were ever looking for a Wonder Woman, here she is. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to talk more with Juanita Jones about Keep My Hood Good and how you can get involved and help out with this wonderful organization. We'll be right back in a minute.
People don't know what to expect, but we never let the critics' perception shadow our vision of men's fashions. We live and breathe what we do. We understand the trends, the fit, your tailoring needs. For over 20 years, we have raised the bar. We are Styles, the future of fashion. A man's style evokes something bigger than just the clothes he wears. It's a statement that this man is in control. It's your introduction before the handshake. Our quest is to bring men's fashion back to its roots. 1141 Van Drive in the Collins. Let us reintroduce you to the suits and accessories of brands you trust, complemented by knowledgeable staff and fine tailoring. Everything a man needs. We are Styles Menswear, the future of fashion. Call 668-6900.
You depend on your tires. Let R&R Tire Express keep you on the road and safe with a complete set of new tires from the brands you trust, starting as low as $16 per week with our pay-as-you-go program. Choose easy payment options, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, and at R&R, complete installation with lifetime rotating balance, flat repair, and 12 months 24-hour roadside assistance is absolutely free. Only at R&R Tire Express.
Hello and welcome back to Hub City Now. I'm your host, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr., and we have been sitting here talking to Wonder Woman herself, Juanita Jones, the executive director of Keep My Hood Good. Tell us where we can find, what are some of the things that Keep My Hood Good needs right now?
Of course, we need volunteers. Of course, we need monetary and in-kind donations.
Okay.
Of course, we need prayers.
Right. Mentors, volunteers, any a specific age group, or what are the criteria for that?
21 and up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Any specific background, college education, or just anybody?
Anybody that wants to pass down their knowledge and wisdom to the next generation.
Okay. And you can go to keepmyhoodgood.org to find out more information. What events do you all have throughout the year?
Our upcoming event will be a bikers run.
Okay, what
that
day
would
is
be
that?
May 6th.
May 6th. Okay.
And I ride motorcycles. I didn't tell you that, but yeah, I have a bike.
She does everything.
So we're gonna have a bike run. And,
So it's a motorcycle
yeah,
run. Okay.
You know, we motorcyclists, we call it a bike.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Where do you all start and where do you all end?
We're gonna start at Harley Davidson,
Okay.
and we plan on finishing up at Cape Campbell. We'll have like a 20 to 30 mile run,
Mhm.
and then when we end up at Cape Campbell, we will have chicken plates and some raffle tickets.
Okay. And this goes, the proceeds of this goes to Keep My Hood.
Keep My Hood Good, yes.
Okay.
And then also we're having an inaugural ceremony. This will be our second annual inaugural ceremony, where we have about 9 seniors that's about to graduate.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to give them like a head start or a celebration to their next journey, next part of their life. And that will be in June.
Okay.
And then we are anticipating on having a Battle of the Bands in the fall.
Okay. Right. Wow, that's amazing. Anything else you'd like the viewers to know about Keep My Hood Good?
Yes, I would. If anyone wants to really see what Keep My Hood Good has been doing, you could just go to our Facebook. I post usually all the activities that we do on our Facebook. And anyone can call me at 731-293-3800, or you can email me at jjones_truemarine@yahoo.com.
True Marine. First, I just want to say thank you for all that you've done, because that's the things that you've done in your life are amazing, and I know people who haven't done even half of what you've done, or even 1/3 of what you've done, from firefighter, police officer, Marine, your own, an entrepreneur, standing up to gang members. That's amazing. But we really appreciate what you've done and what you continue to do for our kids in the future, because those kids are going to grow up to be people who are going to be future leaders, who are leaders, and it's all because of you. They say, when you pass away, you want to hear God say, "Well done," but you're already doing well. You're doing wonderful work, and I appreciate what you've done.
I've always said that I'm not out for fame.
Right.
I'm not out for riches. And I see that what I have done, in my, my past and my journey, my God was preparing me to do His purpose,
right.
and that is to help His children.
Right.
But as I say, I'm not out for fame. I'm not out for riches.
Right.
I just, at the end of my journey, I want to see my God's face,
Right.
and I want Him to tell me, "Job well done,
Right.
my obedient servant." That's
Right.
all I want.
Right. And like I said, hey, you're doing it. You're doing it right now, and there's not. There are a lot of people out there, and hey, what you do in secret, the Lord will bring to light, and that's why I wanted to have you here, because that what you're doing is important. And within the past couple of years, where we've had young men dying, either being killed unjustly, or running with the wrong crowds and causing harm to other people, you are counteracting that and making sure that doesn't happen. Is it just boys that you help, or is
No,
it girls?
it's boys and girls.
Okay.
I have majority boys,
Okay.
but I have girls too.
Okay. What kind of issues or situations do they tell you they come from that they need help from?
The children?
The children.
I'm hearing the children say more now that they want their daddy to be a daddy.
Mm-hmm.
They want a house.
Mm-hmm.
They want soap. They want toothpaste.
Mm-hmm.
They want their haircut. Just things that the children experience.
Right.
It saddens my heart.
Right.
And I think that's another reason what motivates me is because I want to help them get out of the situation that they're in.
Right.
And I just rolled out a program called Keep My Hood Good for Moms and Keep My Hood Good for Dads. I just came from a meeting.
Okay.
That's why I was late.
That's fine. That's fine.
But Keep My Hood Good for Moms and Dads is whatever the parents, the dads and moms are needing. And it's not just for the children of Keep My Hood Good parents, it's for the community.
Okay.
And whatever needs that they're having, I want to address it.
Mm-hmm.
If they're having some legal issues, I want to address that legal issue. If they're having, there are programs, a lot of great resources in Jackson that a lot of the black community is not aware
Don't even
of.
know about.
Right. Like, for example, GED.
Right.
I have a Keep My Hood Good mom who's needing her GED. She never knew where to go.
Right.
But I've contacted someone that's going to help her get her GED.
Mm-hmm.
College. There is programs out there. If a mom or dad who's wanting to further their education, they can get it for free.
Right.
So I just rolled that out today, and that was good.
That's
I
amazing.
had about 8 moms and dads. It's my first time.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So hey, if you can help out with Keep My Hood Good, contact Juanita and let her know. Hey, if you can give a haircut, have a free day of giving haircuts, that'll be awesome. If you can help someone study for their GED or prepare for college, get involved. Get involved. If you can be a mentor to the children, get involved. Let her know. Thank you again so much for being here. We really appreciate what you're doing. That's keepmyhoodgood.org. Go online and look that up and contact her. We also want to thank our sponsors, the City of Brownsville, R&R Custom Wheels and Tires, Baskerville Funeral Home, and Styles Menswear. This has been Hub City Now. We really appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.